opportunity to welcome you all to this day second of 1 week virtual international workshop on life skills for professional excellence competence. I welcome our principal ma'am, Srimati Jagadamba ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of History. I welcome our resource person, Dr. P.V. Katyayani ma'am, and all my dear teaching fraternity, IQAC coordinator Radha ma'am, NSS coordinator Nalinakshi ma'am, all my dear colleagues to this international workshop. I welcome all my students and all the delegate participants to this workshop. The topic for today's workshop is empathy and decision making. It's my pleasure to introduce to everyone our speaker today, Dr. B.B. Katyayani ma'am. Ma'am is a professor and principal of NIMANS, Bangalore. Uh, Ma'am has 2 decades of teaching and guiding experience, PG students at Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences. She has held various posts at university academic bodies of RGUHS and other universities. She has served as a resource person for various national and international workshops, conferences, webinars, and is a volunteer in social work. She is the recipient of many awards. To name a few: Special Appreciation Award for Excellence in Social Service, Bangalore in 2020, Best Teacher Award 2019, Interdisciplinary Professional Excellency Award in the field of education by Dr. MGM International PhysioCon, March 2018. Florence Nightingale Award 2017, organized by the Newspaper Association of Karnataka. She's been actively involved in research work and has published many of her research articles in leading news, national and international journals. To mention a few of her publications: Working Together for Better Health, Effects of Pranayam on Quality of Life of Elderly, a pilot investigation study in Nightingale Times in 2012. Assertiveness and Self-Esteem in Indian Adolescents, and many more. She has to her credit an ongoing research on preferred learning and teaching methods and perceived academic environment among undergraduate nursing students, as well as an proposal sent to ICMR. She is also a research guide to students, holds membership in various national and international associations. She is also the editorial member of International Journal of African Nursing Sciences, Nursing Studies, and Practice International. Uh, she is also holds key responsibilities like she's a BS member of various universities, NIMANS, PG member of RGUHS University 2021, expert member of nursing category, Arogya Karnataka Mission, Government of Karnataka, Special Advisory Committee, Age Friendly Karnataka Project, and many more. Ma'am had taken yesterday's session also on life skills. Today, ma'am is going to write on empathy and decision making. A hearty welcome to you, ma'am. Over to Katyayani, ma'am.
Thank you, Radha. I deeply appreciate at the outset. I deeply
Shankari,
appreciate.
can you
Please mute.
Yes, Radha.
So I appreciate all the team members of government first grade college Bidadi for their effortless arrangements for making this happen. And yesterday, I think very happy morning to all of you. And I welcome all the delegates for my session. And I think yesterday we have dealt with self-awareness. Hope, I think some of you have done some exercises. I have given you 33 exercises to do. I think at least somebody has done one, means I'll be very happy. Anybody, they want to report to me that they have done this exercise? ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
ಹೇಳಿ. ಎಸ್,
ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಇವತ್ತು.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್,
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ
excellent. I'll be very happy. I am very happy. At least somebody did something. Okay, that is a very good step. Please continue. Yes, anybody else?
Madam.
Anybody else did anything? Yes.
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
ಹೇಳಿಪ್ಪ.
Ma'am, Dr. Kailashpati ಅಂತ Principal Government Degree College Chincholi, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello. Ma'am, as you told yesterday, I have completely changed myself and refreshed yesterday, ma'am. Today I am with a zero level of tension, ma'am. After listening you,
very good, excellent.
After listening you, I'm zero level of
Yes.
tension. I reduced my tension burden and I'm fully free from the stress, ma'am, today.
Very good, very good. And today, if you listen carefully, I think your all other things will get what is called refreshed, and you will be more enlightened. Please, all of you, please mute. Please mute.
Participants, please mute your microphone.
ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಒಬ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಂಪತಿ. ಟುಡೇ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್, ನಾವು ಒಬ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಮಾತಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ನಾವು ಕೇಳುವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳುವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
I'm now totally stress free, ma'am. I'm now today onwards, from yesterday onwards, I'm totally stress free, ma'am, after listening to you.
Oh, thank you pa, thank you. Very good, very good. Screen ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಂದು ಇದು PPT ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ?
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ
madam.
Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Since yesterday, all the life skills, what the 10 life skills you are going to learn or exercise are interconnected. Okay. Yesterday we have dealt with our self-awareness. Who am I, and what I am doing for others. So these kind of questions will arise, and we are aware of what we are, and what kind of activities I am doing, how it is going to affect me and others. All these questions will. Today, that kind of what is called as the skill we are going to learn. Someone said the highest form of knowledge is empathy. See how important empathy is. And there are research done on empathy by neurotransmitters, which in the end of my session, I will play a TED talk by Dr. Veliapur Ramachandran. Very nicely, the neurosurgeon has spoken about how the neurons are connected with empathy. So very interesting talk. Please don't miss that.
Sure.
All of you listen. Okay. So, okay. So with that, we'll start today's session. So with these objectives, at the end, the participants should be able to know the meaning of empathy, the importance of empathy, how and in what way empathy can be helpful, and importance of caring for others without violating our own rights. Very important. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ you should not be very empathic to everyone and losing your rights. So you should be very important that you should also keep your rights, and then you have to help others. So then what is empathy? Empathy is a noun that refers to the ability to understand and feel what someone else is feeling, or see the situation from their point of view. The specific emotion that someone who is feeling empathetic feels varies depending on the situation. So these three components are very important in the definition. First, you should understand others, what they are feeling, and you also see the situation through their view. And also we should see what situation it has happened. It's very, very important. One of the most important interpersonal skills that someone can have is empathy. because it can help you connect with that person very easily. What, according to me, if you have really empathetic person, I feel you are PhD in that in your life. So please feel proud when you respond, or that is called manodharma. So when you respond to others' pain, others' feelings, and understanding to the most, so that is how the empathy works. So you can proudly say, yes, I am having PhD in empathy. So that way, human beings, it is a born instinct. It's a born instinct that we can exercise, but we sometimes we will hide that instinct or the trait which we have got through our birth. So that is how the what is called our scientists and researchers say, factors of empathy development. There are many factors involved in the early and rapid development of empathy. See, from the childhood, from the womb, that empathy has been developed. How? Genetic way. Even if you see that famous saying, so the person in a lion's womb, the lion will born, isn't it? So like that, so when genetic genes are responsible for carrying this empathy. Neurodevelopmental factors, they say there are, they are called as neurons. Okay, so the neurons will always help you to connect each other by empathy. Temperament, what is called manodharma. Temperament is manodharma. So we respond quickly to others' feelings and other things. Then mimicry and imitations also a kind of form of empathy, that we will also imitate how the people feels. The person who is enacting, he feels that completely take the he will enter into another person character, and he will tell the people about his character. So that is a very good talent. Okay, parenting. So parents, how they from the childhood, how they are taking the child to this world of empathy. So that is very important. How they are treating the animals, treating other people, family members. In some of the situations, calmly they, sometimes you see some of the ladies and even men, so they very quiet, even there are so many noise will be there, but they're quietly working. So this kind of nature, understanding others, yes, you I can understand you, you please go ahead, something like that. No, I only should, some people I that word made many disturbances in the relationship. So the parenting is very, very important to the child to develop this empathy. So that is the meaning of. So the scientifically, these factors are true, and they have been researched, and it has been found very appropriate. So that is very, very important. So that is very important, because whenever whenever people are not understanding our situations, we say, you always think in my place, and think, we say always, ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನ್ ನಿಂತು ನೋಡು, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, ಆಗ ಮಾತಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವ್ಯೂ in from others person's eyes. So that is the meaning of that, or how getting into other shoes. So we say that is also famous saying. Then why is this empathy is required? Why it is necessary for us? Increasing empathy is an attempt to understand one another, to live and feel things in the same way. ನಾನು ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಮನುಷ್ಯರು. ನನಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೋಪ, ತಾಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಆಸೆಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ. ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞನ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು, ತನ್ನಂತೆ ಪರರ ಬಗೆದೊಡೆ ಕೈಲಾಸ ಭಿನ್ನಾಣವಕ್ಕೂ ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀನು ತನ್ನಂತೆ, ನನ್ನಂತೆನೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ತಿಳ್ಕೊತೀಯೋ, ಅವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ವರಿ. You have to think that even other person is also human being like me. We are from the same family, same animal family. So we are, man is a biopsychosocial being. So we have feelings, we have shortcomings, we have strengths. So if you understand this, life is very simple. So we need not fight each other. There was no matter of conflict of interest. So many things can be solved by talking to each other or understanding each other. Being empathetic with each other and listening to each other leads to conflict resolution and a bigger connection between the individuals. Your relationship improves and it is everlasting relationship. So empathy leads to a broader awareness. You like today you are thinking about many sadhus, sant, who are sitting on a peat. Okay, they are. We go to that person and ask for blessings. So what is that incarnation? So all these things. How did they achieve that? It is because of the broader awareness. Empathy leads to broader awareness. ಲೋಕ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಆ ತಪಸ್ಸುಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಪೂಜೆಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯಜ್ಞ ಯಾಗಾದಿಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ this is the broad awareness. Empathy leads to broad awareness. That is why ನಾವು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ದೇವ್ರ ತರ ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಸಾಧು ಸಂತರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀನು ದೇವ್ರೇನೆ. ನಿನ್ನನ್ನ ನೀನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅರಿವೇ ಗುರು ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಲಿಂಗ ದಯವೇ ಧರ್ಮದ ಮೂಲ ತರಂಗ. ನೀನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ when you realization, actually self realization always leads to the highest form of your what is called as you have met the need according to what is called as needs hierarchy. Okay, so you have to also, it reduces bullying, prejudice and racism and increases the will of individuals to help others in need. ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಕಾಲೆಳೆಯೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ we need not do bullying or we need not criticize others for their religion, caste, creed. All this will vanish. In short, empathy is a building block for a better society. So ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ, ಭ್ರಾತೃತ್ವ. ನಾವು because we are in NSS, we are all together. So that is called togetherness, and that feeling will come. So for that, empathy is required. Specific components to increase empathy. How can we increase the empathy? So that is initial focus on one's own feelings. ನನ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಗುಣಗಳೇನು, ವೈ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಆಂಗ್ರಿ, ವೈ ನನಗೆ ದ್ವೇಷ ಭಾವನೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕಿಚ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಜಲಸಿ, want to take revenge, why that feelings will come. Control your feelings. Question yourself, why 3 times you question, why I want to shout, why I want to do some harm to other person. Then it will be all right. When you question 3 times, that you will definitely become a better human being. Focus on similarities between oneself and others. ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು, ನಾವಿಬ್ರು ಒಂದೇ, ನಾವು ಒಂದೇ ಜನಾಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದವರು, ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜನಾಂಗಕ್ಕೆ. ನೀನು ಗಂಡಸು ನಾನು ಗಂಡಸು, ಅಥವಾ ನೀನ್ ಹೆಂಗಸು ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗಸು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಭೇದ ಭಾವ, ಹರಿಯೋದು ಒಂದೇ ರಕ್ತ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್. Okay, so that is how you have to feel each other. Ongoing practice in imagining and perceiving others' perspective. So you have to practice. Tomorrow, if I come to the same position, suppose ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಬಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಮನೆಗ್ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಬಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ? ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆನೂ ಸುಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಗದಲ್ಲ. So that is the feeling you should have. If other person is having problem, then that same problem one day it may happen to me. So that way you should think. And role taking or role playing. So this is how that imitation and mimicry comes here. ಆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಒಂದು ಆ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ we will see what in their position. If you stand and see, then you will understand how the difficult or how exactly is performing. Exposure to emotionally arousing stimuli. So you have to expose. Many times parents are doing many wrong things nowadays. They are not taking them to any kind of slum areas. They are not taking to the villages. They are not taking to the places where they have to see how they are working in the fields. They are working in the carpentry. They are working in many areas where the occupations are happening in the villages or in and around. How the carpentry is done, how the workshop happens. So you give them the orientation. So this orientation definitely help them to empathize others. One day your housemaid has not come. You tell your son or daughter to do the work. Then they will see how difficult that lady was going through every day, or how difficult to do housework. So one day mother is sick, just see what is happening at home. Nobody is happy, everybody is in tension, everybody is angry. So how that mother was balancing everything. So this is how the positive trait attribution. So this you have to culture this kind of kinds of nature in the children from the childhood, from the at home. Charity begins at home. Anything, any qualities, good qualities, it should be begin with the home. Okay, that is very, very important. So this is the link I will show you in the end, how that neurotransmitters, exactly how empathy happens. Okay. So in empathy, so you have to have a map also. What is that map? You have to follow this map always when you want to empathize that person. So you have to have 4 component in your mind. That is, say what exactly the other person is saying. You have to listen. That is, carefully you have to listen. What exactly the words he is using. What is the problem with him? Then think, what might be user be thinking? What does this tell about you, about his or her beliefs or problems? What he is exactly trying to say. So that is very important. Then do observe what actions and behaviors did you notice? How was the body language? How was the feelings you was putting out? Then feel what emotions might your subject be feeling. So what is inside? He was crying. He was showing a kind of gestures. So this feeling, why it is coming? So exactly all this can or what I should say. So better not to say anything. Be non-judgmental. That is very, very important in empathy. Please underline this, non-judgmental. Until you listen everything carefully, please mute. So you have to have a complete analysis of the empathy situation. Then you can proceed. What is you want to help? That is the meaning of this. So key elements for empathy. So major element for emotional intelligence is the major element, emotional intelligence. You should know how exactly this happening, what is the feelings happening. So that emotional intelligence you should have. Empirically grounded, mirror neurons. I was telling that neurotransmitters responsible for the empathy, these are the mirror neurons. It is in front of the brain. So he is explained very nicely. Dr. Ramachandran has explained very, very nicely, and very nice to listen to his TED talk. Okay, all about core concerns. Okay, you should know what is the concern, what happened, the overall, what is the situation. Essential life skill, especially in negotiation. Empathy should be the essential life skill too, for especially negotiation. Instead of going to court, police, and all those things, or fighting each other unnecessarily. Every day your neighbor, but every day you have to see, but you can't see each other. I fear then cursing them, or something, doing some mischiefs for them. Instead of them, you have a negotiation with empathizing that person. So that is very, very important. So seeing with eyes of another, listening with ears of another, and feeling with heart of another, that is called empathy. So that is very, very nice way of doing. This is a small exercise I just wanted to, you people, whenever possible, you do it at home. You select a partner. You select a partner and you make one person as a blindfold. You tie them with a dupatta or some towel or something. You tell them to walk any puzzle, any ways you can make it in your home. You take them, guide them to this path and bring them back, and you exchange the role. Exchange the role means next that person can be the guide and you be the blind. So this activity you can do now also, if you have a partner next to sitting you, and you can exchange the role, and you have to think, and you have to ask question to your partner, how you are feeling when you are blind, how you are feeling when you are a guide. So the reflection, you take a reflection and discuss how exactly you are feeling. So that will give you how the blind people are living in this, we can understand better about blinds. Sometimes we know on the road some blinds are there, we just neglect them and we may push them in a hurry, or we may do some harm to them, or we may not guide them properly. So we are, it is not about blind person, I am telling. In our life, we are blind for many things. We blindly believe somebody. We blindly take up some job. We blindly look at something. We blindly give something. And we'll be cheated by others. Or ನಾವು ಕುರುಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಕುರುಡ್ರಾಗಿ ಕಣ್ಣಿಲ್ದವ್ರಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಕಣ್ಣಿದ್ದು ಕುರುಡರು. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸರಿ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಪ್ಪುಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಎಂಪತಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So this activity, please do it in the classroom also, or in your children also. Then you discuss with them and see how they are doing, how their expressions, how they reflect back. So all this is very interesting activity of empathy. Yesterday also I have told you one more activity also, that you write one role to play by your partner in a piece of paper, and let your partner also write a activity for you to play. Then you exchange this one and the paper. Then you see, see and you exchange again. Then you enact your own whatever you written for your partner. Then you feel how difficult I wrote, simply she can do it, but it is very difficult for me to perform. Then how can she perform? So that is the reason, that is how you can understand other person perspective. There are 8 elements of empathetic listening. ಯಾರು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾರೋ ಅವರು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಕಡೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅವಕಾಶಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮಧ್ಯ ಬಾಯಿ ಹಾಕೋದು ಅಸಭ್ಯತನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅಧಿಕ ಪ್ರಸಂಗತನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್. 2 people are talking, then you go and poke your nose. It should not be done. So that is empathy. That is empathetic listening. Keep opinions to yourself. When the other person is explaining, you don't put your opinions in between. That is the meaning of that. Keep all your opinions yourself first. Focus on another person. Completely focus. If you want to listen properly, listen with the focus. Otherwise, don't listen. You say, I don't have time. When you start listening to that person, completely listen. Eye contact. You should have eye contact. That other person is talking and you are looking somewhere like this, as if you are not interested. Many times we tell other person, ಏನು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀನ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡೋದ, ನಿಂಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನ್ ಹೋಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So this is how our relationship will break. Eye contact is very, very important. You should develop this eye contact talking to your children also, or your students also. When you are in the class, you cannot bend your head and talk. You have to listen, look into everybody's eyes. So that is very important. Sometimes what happens, one teacher looking into only one corner. Many times I have seen. So you have to look at all the class children, students, and you have to deliver your lecture. See their perspective. Sometimes when they are talking, when other person is talking, what is exactly the perspective of that person? What exactly you want to convey? You want to understand only when you listen properly. Then sometimes you have to pause. When you are talking, you have to take a pause. Oh, okay. According to you, ಈ ತರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಹೌದಾ, ಮುಂದೇನಾಯ್ತು? So like that you should continue. If you want to continue, identify their feelings. What exactly they want to convey. Whether it is anger, whether it is grudge, whether it is sympathy, whether it is a kind of happiness or what is their exactly their feelings. You have to identify. Only when you are empathetic, only it is possible to identify. Paraphrase their words. ಓ ಹೌದಾ, ಈ ತರ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಈ ತರ ಈ ತರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ನೇ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ದೇರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್. ಪ್ಯಾರಾಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಓ ಈ ತರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಆ ತರ. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ದೆಮ್ in their own words what they have already spoken. Then non-verbal communication. So sometimes you have to use non-verbal communication also. Okay, all right, like that. Okay, so like that you have to these 8 elements of empathetic learning. Then sometimes you have to be kind to yourself also. It is not that every time you have to kind for sympathy you have to show, empathy you have to show to others. You have to empathize yourself. Because you should love. I told yesterday, one who loves themselves, then they can easily love others. When you don't love yourself, then you cannot listen to others. You listen to your inner feelings. You be kind to yourself. So research and more research. Self-compassion is very, very important for a happy life. Okay. Self-compassion is a source of strength and resilience. Okay, resilience means you will, any situation comes, you will stand strongly, you're fully confident that I will face the situation. Self-kindness, we are as caring towards ourselves as we are towards others. Means sometimes I will see mother will eat only this and she will feed all the children, but we are not bothered about our mother or ourselves. That is what is mother I am talking. So you also should eat well. Then you feed others also well. That is very important. Okay, so that is how you also earn well and help others also. Then if it is a pain, recognizing our common humanity. So when other person is pain, share. Sharing is caring. So like that you have to share your human experience, moment of connection with others. So this will leads to that we are all human beings. One or the other day, we have to leave this world. Whenever we are alive, let us help each other. Mindfulness, being open to the reality of the present moment. Suppose you're all listening to my talk, empathy, then you be here. And I am seeing some of the video people who are opened their video. They are talking to some people, or they are walking, or they are laughing with someone, or they are talking to with colleagues. They are not listening. That is not mindfulness. If you are not mindful, then you will not able to learn anything or you absorb anything. So knowledge, acknowledge our sufferings without exaggerating it. You have to say exactly, sometimes I feel like this, but some people will do so much of drama then to get sympathy from others. So that is not required. That is not required. You are not a blind person. Even blind person and deaf people are doing many things without helping, without the help of others. And people you must have seen without hands, without legs, they are doing. They are not going to get sympathy. They want to exhibit their talent, that I am capable. I will lead my life. So I have seen many videos. People are cooking with their 2 legs, cooking with their mouth, painting with their mouth. So all these things. So that is an inspiration for all of us. So we have to first be kind to yourself, eat well, sleep well, and communicate well. So this is what we have to do for ourselves. So this is all empathy. So the empathy is nothing but understanding the others from their point of view. That is very simple, very simple. Tannante parara bagidode kailasa billanavakku sarvagna. So that is how, if you are doing, if you can understand other person, means that itself for you what is called mukti. God will definitely bless you if you can understand another person. You need not go to temple. You need not go to any other worship place. If you can understand another person, he is the greatest achievement in your life. So that's what someone said. It is the highest form of knowledge anyone can have. So let us be all empathetic towards ourselves and others. So this is the meaning of this one. So today I have another topic also to do, that is called, if you have anything, empathy, any question, so you can do. Otherwise, that simple activity, what I told you, you want me to give what is called kind of activity time, I will give you, you can do it. Anybody wants to do that activity? If you have a partner with you, okay. Next session, you will have a situations where you can do it also. So this is called empathizing. So I just want to ask some people, can you narrate some of your empathetic action, what you have done so far, or you can narrate a incident where you have come across this kind of empathetic situation you have done, or you have seen others doing. Can anyone share your experiences? ನೀವ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭೂತಿ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂಪತಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಭೂತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಆ ತರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡೋದ್ ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ? ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಶೇರ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್ 1 or 2. ಎಸ್, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? ಸಂತೋಷ್, ಅಂತೂ
It is possible to say all these things in selfish world.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎಂಪಥೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್?
I will do myself, sir.
Okay.
I will do.
No,
At the time
one incident, can you share with us?
Yes, I am entry into service. I am entry into my service as a lecturer. I have studied giving 3 students to educate themselves, and they have a job with.
They are now earning.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Oh,
Now
very
they are earning 3 members. 3 members.
Very good. Very good. That is the greatest empathetic act, because
My
every
3
day,
students.
yes,
My
there is a saying, instead of feeding every day fish, if you make them to how to catch the fish, so they will feed themselves.
Yes.
Okay. Teach them how to fishing, how to do fishing.
Now it is useless. Use patient.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Very kind of you, sir. Yes,
Thank
Madam Asundara, you want to say something, ma'am?
ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಹೇಳಿ
ಮೇಡಮ್, ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕಿ HSR ಲೇಔಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಬಸ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರಯಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್.
ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು 28-29 ವರ್ಷದ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನನ್ ಮುಂದೆ, ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಗಂಡನ ಜೊತೆ. ನನಗೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ ವಿಚಾರಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ದುಃಖಿತಳಾಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ನೇಹಿತೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಲು, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಂಗೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅವನ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಬದುಕೋಕೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಏನೋ ಆಗಿದೆ ಘಟನೆ.
ಹೌದು
ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅವಳು ಸಣ್ಣ ಧ್ವನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೂತಿದ್ದೆ, ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್. ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು, 50 ವರ್ಷದ ಹೆಂಗಸು ನಾನು. ಆಕೆ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗ್ ನಿದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ನೀರು ಸುರಿತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಆ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲೇ ಅವಳು ಬಹುಶಃ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದಾದ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಭಾವನೆ ನನಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ ಶುರುವಾಯ್ತು. ಬರೀ 3/4 ಗಂಟೆ ಪ್ರಯಾಣ. ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಅವಳ ಅಂಗೈಗಳನ್ನ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಹಳಬೇಡ ಮಗು, ಜಗತ್ತು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿದೆ, ದುಃಖಿತಳಾಗ್ಬೇಡ, ಈ ಕ್ಷಣ ನಶ್ವರ. ಗಂಡ ಹೇಗೇ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಬಹುದು, ಅದು ಆ ಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಂಗೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ಪರಿಭಾವಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವನ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡು, ಈ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ತೀರಾ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ನಿಂದೆ ಅದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ತಪ್ಪು. ನಿನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡು, ನೀನು ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತೆ, ನೀನು ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಲೈಫ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತಿದ್ಯಲ್ಲ, ನಿನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತಂದೆ. ತುಂಬಾ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನನ್ನನ್ನ ತಪ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. ಇಳಿದು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾಫಿ ಕೊಡ್ಸ್ದೆ, ನನ್ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ, ಹೆದರ್ಬೇಡ ಜೀವನ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವಳು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೊರಟ್ಲು ಮೇಡಮ್. ನಂಗೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಸಂತೋಷವಾಯ್ತು. ಇದೊಂದು ಅನುಭೂತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲೂ ಇರುವಂತ ಘಟನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪ್ರಸಂಗ ಅವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಹೃದಯ ತುಂಬಾ ಒದ್ದಾಡ್ತು ಮೇಡಮ್. ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳೇ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ವಿಚಾರ ನನಗೆ ಮಂದಟ್ಟಾಯ್ತು.
ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಆ ಘಟನೆ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭ ನೋಡಿರೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್ಲಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್ ನ್ಯೂರೋಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟರ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಮಿರರ್ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಸ್. How our neurons will, even though we are not experienced, but ನಾವೇ ಏನೋ ಒಂಥರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆದ ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನ್ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೀನೇನೋ ಅನ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಲುಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಮೂವೀಸ್. ಮೂವಿನೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗದಾಗ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳನ್ನ ನಮಗ್ ನಾವೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿದೀವೇನೋ ಅನ್ಸ್ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ಪವನ್. ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಿ.
ತಾಯಿ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
ಹೌದು. ಆ ಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಆತರ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿನಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರದವ್ರನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದುಃಖದಲ್ಲಿರೋರ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನೋ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾರಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ಅಳ್ಕೊಂತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಹುಡುಕೊಂತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ when we look into them, definitely we can save so many lives. ಲೈಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫ್ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. You should always think that it is a not failure in your life, it is a subject failure. You can understand that subject once again and you will be the better person. And I have seen number of examples many times. English subject and mathematics, people who have failed, they have become professors in English, they have become professors in mathematics. Okay, so failure is not failure in your life, failure of subjects. ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಯುವ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗಳನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು, ಅವರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅವರೇ ದೇಶದ ಆಸ್ತಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋದೊಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇನ್ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಇದೀರಪ್ಪ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ?
ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಾ ಹೇಳ?
ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಿ.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಬಿದಾ ಬೇಗಂ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. 2 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ 100 ಜನನ ನಾನು ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಮತ್ತು ವಿನೋಬ ವಿಚಾರಧಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವೋದಯ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ ನಡೆಯಿತು. ಆ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ರೂರಲ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ 100 ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೂ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏಜ್ಡ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋರು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಚಿಂತನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ 75, 80 ಹೀಗೆ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಸರ್ವೋದಯ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಬಂದಿದ್ರು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಊಟ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಅವ್ರು ಕೂತಿರೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟೆತನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು, ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಂತಹ ಈ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಖಾದಿ ಟೋಪಿ ಮತ್ತು ಖಾದಿ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಅವಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ಬಂದು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದವರ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಭಾಷೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾವನೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ತಮ್ಮ ಭಾವನೆಯಿಂದಾನೇ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಹಿರಿಯರು ಒಳ್ಳೇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಭಾಷೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದ್ರು ನೀವು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಮೊಮ್ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಬಹಳ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ವಿನೋಬಾಜಿ ಅವರ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಒಂದು ಆಶ್ರಮ ಇದೆ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಮಂದಿರ ಅಂತ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ದಿನ ಶಿಬಿರ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ. ಆ ಶಿಬಿರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ತಮ್ಮ ಅನುಭವಗಳನ್ನ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ಲು, ಮೇಡಮ್ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 4 ಗೋಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಜೀವನದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಾನು ಅಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಬೈತಿದ್ದೆ, ಏನ್ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ನಿಂದೊಂದು ಗೋಳು ಹಾಗಿಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ನೀವು ನನ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಜೀವನದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಸಿದಿರಿ. ಇನ್ನು ನಾನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಂದೂ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಬೈಯಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಆರೈಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಇವತ್ತು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಒಂದ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅವಳು ಇವತ್ತು ಅವಳ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಂತ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಹೇಳತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಒಂದ್ ಗತಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಂತ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಂತ ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಅವನಂತಿದ್ದ, ನನ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಈಗ ನನ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಬೇಡ, ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಕೊಡಬಲ್ಲೆ, ಇಂತಹ ಅನುಭವ ನನ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ 4 ಮೂಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂತಿ ಕೇವಲ ಅಕ್ಷರದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ನಿಜವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಜೀವನದ ಜ್ಞಾನಪ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಾತ್ಮಕ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅವರು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಅನುಭವ.
ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ. ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಇವಾಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಗಳು ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ನಾವು ವಿಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದೇ ನಾವು ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋವಂಥದ್ದು. ಈ ಜೀವನ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಏನಂತ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನಾವು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಲರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ರಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್, ನಾಟ್ within the 4 walls of your classroom. You have to take them practically to all the areas. Whichever possible area, you please take the students to expose them so that they will learn more and they will be experiencing more. So that is very, very important in life skill. So with that, I think we can understand the amount of concern we have towards our society. ನಾವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಮರಿಬಾರ್ದು. ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ನೇಚರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಯು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀಯ ಜಗತ್ತೇ ಅದು ನಿನ್ಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೊಂದೇ ನಾವು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅಥವಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಪಾದನೆ. ಯಾವ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಪಾಸ್ತಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಸ್ತ್ರ ಯಾವ್ದು ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಾವು ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಎಂಪತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನೀವು ಹಣ ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನೀವು ಮೂರ್ಖರಾಗೋದು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ, ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ದಟ್ ಎಂಪತಿ ಟೀಚಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. We have another very important skill, which is every day we do and every day we exercise. So that is called decision making. So every one of us, we have to ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್?
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಲೈಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಉದ್ಯಮಿಗಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು? ನಾವು ಆ ಬುಕ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬರ ಜೀವನ ಚರಿತ್ರೆಗಳನ್ನ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೌ ದೇ ಟುಕ್ ದ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ that changed the whole world. So that is very important. We have also taken that decision which we have taken today, what we are experiencing our life. So that is very important. So the decision making is a one who really decides that I am which path I have to take, whom to contact, or or we have to whether listen to ourselves or listen to others, or influenced by others. So all this is a decision making. That is it is a kind of goal, maybe it is a kind of choice, maybe idea or plan, whatever it may be. So the objectives at the end, the participants should be able to know different kinds, components and approaches of decision making. So how to do, what are the different kinds of decision making, components of decision and approaches, strategies in decision making, how others influence individual decision making skills, how we are really influenced by. So film ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ ನಾನು ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ತರನೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಸೊ ಅವನ್ ತರನೇ ನಾನು ಫೇಮಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ ಅವನ್ ತರನೇ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನ ಆ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂಗಾರದ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ರೈತರುಗಳು ನಾವು ರೈತರನ್ನ ಈ ಕೃಷಿ ಜೀವನವನ್ನ ಈಗ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ಈಗ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಾಥನ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಈ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನೋಡಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಹಾಲು ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಕೃಷಿ ಉತ್ಪನ್ನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮುಂದುವರೆದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. So this is
Blue
how,
revolution.
yes, we have inspired by
Blue
such people, so that there is no harm taking others' decision. How others influence and how to make decision which would prevent indulging in risk behaviors. Many times ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ಫಿ ತಗೊಳಕ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಯುವಕರು ಸತ್ತೋದ್ರು, ಅಥವಾ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಳುಗೋದ್ರು ಈಜಕ್ ಹೋಗಿ. ಅದ್ ಏನು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳದೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಜೀವನ ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗಿರ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್, without proper decision taking, they have done lot of risk there for their life, and not only that, they have spoiled their reputation. So what is the decision making? According to Robert Harris, we all make decisions of varying importance every day. An understanding of what decision is helps in producing better decisions when accompanied with a few effective techniques. So what is decision making then? So let us see. Decision making is the study of identifying and choosing alternatives based on the values and preferences of the decision maker. So that is very important. Like ಈಗ ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಹಣನೂ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಕೋರ್ಸು ಇದೆ. ನಿನಗೆ ಹಣ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟವ, ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಓದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೂ ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗ್ಬೇಕು, ದಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಟು ಯು. ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟಿವ್ ಸುಮಾರು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾರೋ ಜೊತೆ ಓಡೋಗೋಣ ಬಾರೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರ, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಓಡೋಗೋದ, ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಇರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಮುಂದುವರಿಬೇಕಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಹಣದಾಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೋಗಿ ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ we have to take in our life. So you have to choose the alternative. Decision making is the process of sufficiently reducing uncertainty and doubt about alternatives to allow a reasonable choice to be made among them. ಯಾವ್ದು ನನ್ಗೆ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ನಾನು ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಈ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್. ನಾನೀಗ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೇನಾದ್ರೂ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ, ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಇರಲ್ವಾ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್? To arrive at the best option, you have to make decision. So that is very important. Remember that by decision making, uncertainty is reduced rather than eliminated. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಬದಲು ನೋಡೋಣ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾಕೋಣ, ಒಂದು 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ಹಾಕೋ ಬದಲು ಒಂದು 20,000 ಹಾಕಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. 20,000 ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದ, 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದ. So this you have to decide. That is the meaning of that. So decision making elements. Always we have to question, for any decision to be taken, what, how, when, who. These 4 questions we have to keep always in our mind before taking this one. If it is who, whether I have to take individually or it is a group decision. That is collective means a group decision. Whether it is ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದ, ನಾವ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವ್ ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ, ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ, ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ, ಅಥವಾ ಟೈಲರಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ, ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು. ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾನು ಒಬ್ನೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್, ಅಥವಾ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ. ದೆನ್ when we have to start. Proactive or provoked. ಯಾರೋ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಲಾಭ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ provoked we are taking, or we have proactive. No, ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಗುರಿ. We have to take, there is a aim for me to develop. I can develop. You are so confident that you can proceed. So that is how to do that. Information based or intuitive. ಇಂಟ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಿನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಮನಸ್ಸಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಳ ಮನಸ್ಸು, ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡು, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನಾನಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್. ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಸಮ್ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿ, ಆರ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಸಮ್ ಲೋನ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಗುಡಿ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆ, whether it is a women, she want to do herself independent business, or small scale industries or big scale industries, how the government is helping. So I am least risk. So this is how we decide. Then what to decide, what to do. So strategic planning ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ, operational plan, tactical ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ. So how to go about, ಎಲ್ಲಿ marketing ಮಾಡೋಣ, once our products are ready, how to do the marketing. So what way we can send our products to which are the areas. So all these are our students. Suppose you are started a course. So who are the students who will come? Then what is the eligibility? When to start the course? How to start the course? And what is next after this course? How they are placed in the society? How they are absorbed in the industry or in the business, or in which area they can go? All this you have to think. So that is very, very important. Then seventh step to effective decision making. So decision making is a process of making choice by identifying decision, gather information, and assess alternative resolutions. Using a step-by-step decision making process can help you make more deliberate, thoughtful decisions by organizing relevant information and defining alternatives. This approach increases the chances that you will choose the most satisfying alternative possible. So these are the 7 steps, very, very important when you take a decision. You just think, yes, this is, I want to buy a car. So what is gather information, which brand I should go? What is the money in hand? Or what is my budget? Whether I am ready to buy now. Identify the alternative. Whether I can go for second hand, whether I want to go for a first hand, for a new brand or new car, which is a small car or big car. So then weigh the evidence. So evidence means what you have money and whether you can take a loan, whether you can be able to pay the loan, how many EMIs may come, then whether I have that kind of money, whether it is that luxury is required for right now. All these things. The children are studying and you are having your own other loans, maybe house loan, then whether it is necessary. Choose among the alternatives. Okay, you can postpone. Once when I collect this much money only, or my children start earning only, we will buy the car. So you choose the alternative. Which one you want to go? You listen to your inner this one, or ask somebody's help from your maybe wife, or maybe your parents, or maybe your children. Sit together and decide. Take action. So you can whether go for buying. So go which showroom you have to go, or which brand you have to go, which company. So review your decision. After buying the car, also so many people after buying many things, they will repent. Oh, why did I simply waste money? I did really waste. I really spent so much of money on this. It is a waste. That decision, that review should not come. So the review should be good. Yes, whatever I have decided, it was good. See, instead of we are taking, we are 5 in number. So we used to take 2 auto. So now we are using our own car. We are saving so much of money, petrol, and we are reaching place in time. So all these things, they will, so if it is raining, so we can close the window, we can on the AC, and we can go, and any emergencies, we can, this one. So if you have some small business, we can carry things from one place to another place. So these are the some of the things you have to decide in every aspect. It is not only pertaining to one, this one, even anything. You want to put some money in your bag, you decide, why did I put that money in the bag? What is the reason I have put? What is the use of that money? Somebody may steal, or somebody may, now your card is there, I can swipe the card. Why? What is the necessity of money in my pocket? So somebody pickpocket the money, or there somebody may steal it. It is an attraction, temptation. It's a human temptation. Anything they see it is lying, this one they try to take it. So I am making them to steal. So all this decision you have to take. Okay, I need not have any money in my pocket, and I can use my card everywhere. So now you can use Paytm. So many varieties of payment has come. So it is even for 10 rupees you can pay Paytm. So that is how you can do this one. So there are some situations. I want to give you situation so that you think you can reflect back, or you can answer me. So today morning, what happened? A police was he caught one biker who is not without helmet. So he was demanding a fine. He said you have to pay the fine. that biker is refused to pay the fine, and is then the refuse to pay the fine. So now this is the situation: a police and a biker, and biker is without a helmet, and the police wants what is called fine. So you think and tell me what will be the decision taken, or what you think that situation. Either the biker will pay the fine and go, or the police will what is called start fighting, or this biker will refuse to pay fine, and he will call some of his friends, and he will start an issue, or both the police and this biker will start fighting each other. So which one, or what is your decision regarding this? So please think, and you can tell me your whatever your answers.
He must pay the penalty, no, madam. The biker.
The biker has some reasons. You think you are a biker. You take the decision.
ಹಲೋ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಎಸ್.
ಗುಡ್. ಅದು ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ಬೈಕರ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಏನೋ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
This is the alternatives that you have to listen. See, you have to take the alternatives. So this is one alternative. Maybe biker in a hurry that he want to and he is in a hurry, so he forgot to wear the helmet. ಒಂದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಫೈನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ರು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
ಟೈಮ್ ಅವನು ಹೆಲ್ಮೆಟ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡೇ ಬರಬೇಕು.
ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ದು ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟಿವ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ಸ್.
ಕಾನೂನು ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ.
ಹೌದು,
ಕಾನೂನು ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯೊಳಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆನ ನಾವು
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಸರ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟಿವ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್? ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ,
ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಅವ್ರ ಕಾರಣವನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಂತರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡಬಹುದಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿರೋ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಮೆರೆದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಳಿಸಬಹುದು ನಾವು.
ಈ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಹಣ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫೈನ್ ಕಟ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹಣ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದೊಂದು
ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯನ್ನು ನಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ನವರು.
ಆಯ್ತು, that is the alternative. Any other person?
He must accept his mistake and police must leave him, madam.
Okay, ಅದೇ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ. Okay, any other person? ಸರ್ ಹನುಮಂತಪ್ಪ ಸರ್, ಹನುಮಂತರಾಯ ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ದೇನ್ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ? ಸರ್ ಹನುಮಂತರಾಯ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ, ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅವ್ರ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ದಿನೇಶ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಂತೋಷ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾರೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸುನೀತಾ ಅವರು, ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಮೇ ಬ್ರೈಬ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಹಣ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು, ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಹಣ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬ್ರೈಬ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರೋಸ್ಲಿನ್ ಹೇಳೋದಾಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಡ, ಅವನಿಗೇನೋ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ, ಯಾರನೋ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ನ್ ಮರ್ತು ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಅವನು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ ಯಾರು ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಬೈ, ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಬಂದ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಪೊಲೀಸವರು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ಈಗ ಹಣ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀನ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ತಂದು ಕೊಡು, ನೀನ್ ಬೈಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫೈನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು. ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು when sometimes we jump this one also, what is called ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಅದು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಎ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಹೌಸ್, ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ರಿನ್ಯೂ ಯುವರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ and they will collect from you. So these are the things, alternatives can happen. So a decision can be taken. Or this boy is a little rowdy type, means he will bring his friends and he will see, he will quarrel with, he will have an issue. He will see that this police is taken into task. So many things can happen. So the best alternative, accept it, and you can pay later. If you are really having money, you can pay later, or you can say, sir, this is first excuse, so you can next time I will not do this. So this is also can be done. So this is how decision making will be happening. Okay, so one more, suppose your students, those who are coming to class, so they are coming late to the class and they are standing near the door, and they are asking permission to enter, and all the students are looking at him. So what is the decision to be taken as a teacher? Teacher is taking class.
Would just let them in, ma'am, because
Okay,
it will
Suja
not
says,
take much time to decide. We'll just let them in.
okay.
At least little portion of the heard by
ಅಲ್ಲ
them.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅವൾക്ക് ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ. ಅಲ್ಲ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಬಸ್ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಬಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾಳೆ ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
ಹೌದು ಮೇಡಮ್, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. Even they should not repeat in the future days.
That student should be a regular.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇನೆ. What decision you will take at that time?
And because the class is going on, we would not anyway, we would allow the student to come in, and later on we would
ಈ ತರ ನಾಳೆ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ.
Sujata madam, can you mute your microphone, please? Yeah.
ಈ ತರ ನಾಳೆ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ.
ಹೌದು ಹೌದು. Okay, that is one alternative. You are letting in the student. Any other alternative?
Telling them not to repeat in future days, madam.
No, that is not a decision, pa. So you are taking class. The student comes late. All other students are looking at him instead of looking at listening to your lecture.
Yeah, madam.
So what decision that particular moment you take? That is very important. So that is called decision making. Explanations, those are different.
Yeah, madam.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮಗುಗೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಸಮಯ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು.
Okay, time
Let me give the permission.
Okay, that is okay. So empathetically we can okay. Now I think we are come to that end of decision making. So I have told you what are the alternatives you have to select, and you have to how to use all those things. And now we will see what is the that neurotransmitters. There is a TED talk by Dr. Ramachandran. So let us listen to that talk.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So let us listen to this, please. All of you carefully listen. Can you?
The video's voice is not audible, ma'am.
Voice, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Can you increase the volume, ma'am?
Now?
Still, we are not able
not
to.
audible, ma'am.
Not audible.
Okay. 1 minute.
Give full volume, ma'am.
I have given, but there is something, because it is on the screen only.
Okay, okay.
So let me see whether it can be, because that link. ಅಪ್ಪ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು?
Ma'am, can you share the link in the chat box, ma'am? I will play the video.
Okay. Link ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ.
We do research on at the University of California.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Okay.
Thank you.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
I'd like to talk to you today about the human brain, which is what we
madam.
do research on at the University of California. Just think about this problem for a second. Here's a lump of flesh about 3 pounds, which you can hold in the palm of your hand, but it can contemplate the vastness of interstellar space. It can contemplate the meaning of infinity, ask questions about the meaning of its own existence, about the nature of God. And this is truly the most amazing thing in the world. It's the greatest mystery confronting human beings. How does this all come about? Well, the brain, as you know, is made up of neurons. Looking at neurons here, there are 100 billion neurons in the adult human brain, and each neuron makes something like 1,000 to 10,000 contacts with other neurons in the brain. And based on this, people have calculated that the number of permutations and combinations of brain activity exceeds the number of elementary particles in the universe. So how do you go about studying the brain? One approach is to look at patients who had lesions in different parts of the brain and study changes in their behavior. And this is what I spoke about in the last TED. Today I'll talk about a different approach, which is to put electrodes in different parts of the brain and actually record the activity of individual nerve cells in the brain, and sort of eavesdrop on the activity of nerve cells in the brain. Now, one recent discovery that has been made by researchers in Italy, in Parma, by Giacomo Rizzolatti and his colleagues, is a group of neurons called mirror neurons, which are in the front of the brain, in the frontal lobes. Now, it turns out there are neurons which are called ordinary motor command neurons in the front of the brain, which have been known for over 50 years. These neurons will fire when a person performs a specific action. For example, if I do that and reach and grab an apple, the motor command neuron in the front of my brain will fire. If I reach out and pull an object, another neuron will fire, commanding me to pull that object. These are called motor command neurons that have been known for a long time. But what Rizzolatti found was a subset of these neurons, maybe about 20% of them, will also fire when I'm looking at somebody else performing the same action. So here's a neuron that fires when I reach and grab something, but it also fires when I watch Joe reaching and grabbing something. And this is truly astonishing because it's as though this neuron is adopting the other person's point of view. It's almost as though it's performing a virtual reality simulation of the other person's action. Now, what is the significance of these mirror neurons? For one thing, they must be involved in things like imitation and emulation, because to imitate a complex act requires my brain to adopt the other person's point of view. So this is important for imitation and emulation. Well, why is that important? Well, let's take a look at the next slide. So how do you do imitation? Why is imitation important? Mirror neurons and imitation and emulation. Now, let's look at culture, the phenomenon of human culture. If you go back in time about 75 to 100,000 years ago, let's look at human evolution. It turns out there's something very important happened around 75,000 years ago, and that is there's a sudden emergence and rapid spread of a number of skills that are unique to human beings, like tool use, the use of fire, the use of shelters, and of course language, and the ability to read somebody else's mind and interpret that person's behavior. All of that happened relatively quickly. Even though the human brain had achieved its present size almost 300,000 or 400,000 years ago, 100,000 years ago, all of this happened very, very quickly. And I claim that what happened was the sudden emergence of a sophisticated mirror neuron system, which allowed you to emulate and imitate other people's actions. So that when there was a sudden accidental discovery by one member of the group, say use of fire or a particular type of tool, instead of dying out, this spread rapidly horizontally across the population, or was transmitted vertically down the generations. So this made evolution suddenly Lamarckian instead of Darwinian. In Darwinian, evolution is slow, it takes hundreds of thousands of years. A polar bear to evolve a coat will take thousands of generations, maybe 100,000 years. A human being, a child, can just watch its parent kill another polar bear and skin it and put the skin on its body, fur on the body, and learn it in one step. What the polar bear took 100,000 years to learn, it can learn in 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, right? And then once it's learned this, it spreads in geometric proportion across the population. And this is the basis of this imitation of complex skills, is what we call culture, and is the basis of civilization. Now, there's another kind of mirror neuron, which is involved in something quite different, and that is there are mirror neurons, just as there are mirror neurons for action, there are mirror neurons for touch. In other words, if somebody touches me, my hand, a neuron in the somatosensory cortex, in the sensory region of the brain, fires. But the same neuron, in some cases, will fire when I simply watch another person being touched. So it's empathizing the other person being touched. So most of them will fire when I'm touched in different locations, different neurons for different locations, but a subset of them will fire even when I watch somebody else being touched in the same location. So here again you have neurons which are involved in empathy. Now the question then arises, if I simply watch another person being touched, why do I not get confused and literally feel that touch sensation merely by watching somebody being touched? I mean, I empathize with that person, but I don't literally feel the touch. Well, that's because you've got receptors in your skin, touch and pain receptors, going back into your brain and saying, don't worry, you're not being touched. So empathize by all means with the other person, but do not actually experience the touch, otherwise you'll get confused and muddled. Okay, so there's a feedback signal that vetoes the signal of the mirror neuron, preventing you from consciously experiencing that touch. But if you remove the arm, you simply anesthetize my arm. So you put an injection into my arm, anesthetize the brachial plexus, so the arm is numb, there's no sensations coming in. If I now watch you being touched, I literally feel it in my hand. In other words, you've dissolved the barrier between you and other human beings. So I call them Gandhi neurons or empathy neurons. And this is not in some abstract metaphorical sense. All that's separating you from him, from the other person, is your skin. Remove the skin, you experience that person's touch in your mind. You have dissolved the barrier between you and other human beings. And this, of course, is the basis of much of Eastern philosophy. And that is, there's no real independent self aloof from other human beings, inspecting the world and inspecting other people. You're in fact connected, not just via Facebook and internet. You're actually quite literally connected by your neurons, and it's whole chains of neurons around this room talking to each other. And there is no real distinctiveness of your consciousness from somebody else's consciousness. And this is not mumbo-jumbo philosophy. It emerges from our understanding of basic neuroscience. So you have a patient with a phantom limb. If the arm has been removed and you have a phantom and you watch somebody else being touched, you feel it in your phantom. Now the astonishing thing is, if you have pain in your phantom limb, you squeeze the other person's hand, massage the other person's hand, that relieves the pain in your phantom hand. Almost as though the neuron were obtaining relief from merely watching somebody else being massaged. So here you have my last slide. For the longest time, people have regarded science and humanities as being distinct. C.P. Snow spoke of the two cultures, science on the one hand, humanities on the other. Never the twain shall meet. So I'm saying the mirror neuron system lies at the interface, allowing you to think about issues like consciousness, representation of self, what separates you from other human beings, what allows you to empathize with other human beings, and also even things like the emergence of culture and civilization, which is unique to human beings. Thank you.
The Gettysburg Address, Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream, Winston Churchill's We Shall Fight on the Beaches, all of these major speeches that were designed to motivate huge groups of people.
So, okay. Hegaito. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How was the talk and what did you learn?
ಸೈನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಹ್ಯುಮ್ಯಾನಿಟಿಗೂ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Very good, very good. Okay. It's not that just existing now onwards. It is existed thousands or 100,000 years ago. How when the human beings evolved. So till then, it is existing. So we are connected by this empathy is not simply coming in somebody's mind. It is because there's neurons will connect it to you. So the other human beings, and we are human beings. So these feelings are same. We are feeling same. That is how this empathy, how we make friends. We have likes, dislikes, even then we are connected. So we respond to our kind of situations and we'll empathize each other. So that is how we remain in relationship. Though you are very far, maybe America or somewhere, but even you may not be talking to them maybe years together, but still they remain in your mind, and they're also maybe thinking one day suddenly it happens that they will come into picture and they will say, I was thinking about you, but I don't know your number, I don't know what is happened to you. So many things will come up. So this is how we are connected with our relationship with our as a human beings. We are connected each other. Okay. I think have any questions? There are so many situations where you can activity can be performed by decision making. Give the situation and act. You can ask for their opinions or alternatives. So the number of this one you can have situations and you take the decision. I think I am completed my 2 sessions. Empathy and decision making. You have any questions, welcome, and any contributions also welcome. So I am very happy and I am very
Even
very
we too, madam. Even we too. Very
yes.
well presented, madam. And
Thank you. I'm very because
interactive session.
I feel if I don't know the things, so how can I share with you? So this happens. So I want to share with you because I love that empathy word always, and I love the decision making. So we must learn. Many times we have failed in our life many times because of the decision is not taken properly in many ways. Or the empathy, we should have helped them and we did not help them. We repent sometimes. So like that. So we have to have kind of these 2 are magical words. Please keep with you and always, and be safe and have a very fruitful life forever. Thank you for the organizers, Dr. Nalina and their team, and Dr.
Even I too.
Yes.
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 Very
Any question? Any question?
Actually.
I'll be happy.
Thank you, ma'am. It was really a mind-blowing session. You have a lot of appreciation in the chat box, ma'am. So thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Very satisfying. Yes.
Jagadamba. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank Dr. B.V. Katyayani ma'am for her good presentation and good videos, which actually made us really understand what empathy is and how decision making plays a very important role in our life. At what time, what decision we take do matter always. And the factors which you said about empathetic development, definitely it will help us. All these topics which you covered is definitely going to help us in life. So life skills definitely help us in leading our life in a better way. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Srividya ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, to render vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Greetings to one and all. The best and beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt by heart. Thank you is one such prayer among them. I consider it as a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed it as a memorable and successful event. Today, my words are not enough to express the gratitude to our highly intellectual speaker of the day, Dr. Katyayani ma'am, a wonderful personality with all the life skills at the tip of her tongue. Since 2 days, we are really spellbound by our presentation, which was crystal clear, ma'am. Madam, not only we learned more about life skills, but also as teachers, we learned a lot as to how we can make the audience attentive and interesting. We learned a lot as to how we can overcome all the hurdles in our life within these 2 days. And on behalf of GFGC Biddi, I would like to thank our honorable speaker, Dr. Katyayani ma'am, who graced us with a thought-provoking address and set a perfect platform for all our delegates. The session on both the days was very interactive and informative. Ma'am, it was really awesome. I don't know how to thank you. It is a spellbound experience we had, ma'am. Our heartfelt thanks to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I also take the privilege to thank our beloved principal, ma'am, Professor Jagdamba, for her continuous support and motivation for organizing this workshop. Next, I would like to thank our dynamic NAC coordinator, who was the one who ignited the GFGC staff for organizing this program. With all our sincere efforts, this program was a great success. We thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to thank our dynamic madam. It is none other than our NSS coordinator. I really deem it as my proud privilege to thank her, who is one of the pillar of this institution, as rightly said by Madam Radha yesterday. If not for her, this program would have been next to impossible. The credit of getting such a wonderful resource person entirely goes to her. We are really blessed to have her in our college. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, madam.
Next, I would like to thank our Professor Shivashankari madam, technical expert. It was only with her support we are able to carry on this program successfully. We are immensely thankful to her for the same. Thank you, Shankari ma'am.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
I'm happy to express vote of thanks to all the teaching and not teaching staff who have made this seminar a grand success, who have helped us either directly or indirectly for making this program successful. Finally, I also take the privilege to thank all the delegates without whose participation this program would have not been a complete program. Once again, I thank all for your cordial cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Special thanks to Katyayani madam.
Tomorrow we
Thank you, and best wishes for future deliberations. And even those skills are very, very important. And you will have a very good sessions from tomorrow also. So I take a leave of you. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed my sessions, interaction sessions. Thank you so much. Let us do further also. We'll meet. Okay. Thank you.
We also enjoyed your session very much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tomorrow we
are all one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbam. So we are all one family. We'll meet somewhere.
Yeah, madam.
Very interactive.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tomorrow we expect all the delegates for your participation. It's going to be a wonderful session by all wonderful resource person. Thank you all.
Tomorrow, Shobha Rani.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
My student.
Yes, madam.
So,
Okay.
Dr. Shobha Rani ma'am from
Yes.
Ireland.
He was my student at Mangalore. I worked in Mangalore for 25 years. So I was a principal there in Dr. M.V. Shetty. So she was my student.
Okay.
She is a gold medalist.
Thank you once again, ma'am, for getting us a resource person from abroad. This
any area you tell me, I will get you a resource person because I have all the.
Yes. Be troubling you like this, ma'am. Always.
I
enjoy program has become
I enjoy troubles
only because of you, ma'am.
Thank you. God bless you all.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಿಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಾ?
ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನಮ್ಮ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಅದು ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ.
ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
9900133309.
9900
9900133309. ಸರಿಪಾ. Thank you. Have a good lunch. Okay.
Thank you.
Participants, I will be sharing the day 2 feedback.
Thank you all.
Kindly fill the feedback link and be positively present for another interesting session tomorrow. Thank you, one and all.